Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you're all well. I do like to put out a lot of my channels more through kind of a visual aspect. I think it's easier for people to kind of connect on that level. I did put out a channel, though, that was a written one about 2 days ago, and it received a lot of feedback. I think it resonated with a lot of people, and that's good. I'm happy it did. Now, yesterday, I tried to film a video for you guys because I wanted to expand upon a little bit of the stuff that was in there, but also a bullet point that I keep getting from my guides that I need to kind of cover. And I legitimately tried to do this video 6 times yesterday, and it kept stopping at the 11-minute mark each time. 6 and 11 kept coming up for me all day yesterday. I'm still trying to kind of piece together why, but I think a large part of it was because there was information that I kind of got today that really is pertinent to what we're going to be talking about now. So I think it was kind of like a sign like, hey, wait up, you're going to have more stuff coming through. So just hang loose until that does. So that's what I did after the 6 times. But so anyway, just kind of like a quick recap of what I discussed in the last channel. So right now, we're going to be going through big changes. This is going to be happening across all of the dimensional scales. It's going to be a super transformational time, and that's awesome stuff. I think a lot of us needed to hear that. Within the next 3 weeks, primarily, but over the span of about 2 months, expect a time of deep awakening. Now, for those that are radiating a little bit more on the 3 and 4D scale, that's going to seem a little chaotic at times. So for those of you who do partake in the news or the media, and you don't feel like you want to continue on a 3D or a 4D track, I recommend you lose the media. I recommend everybody loses the media. I just don't think it's a healthy thing for any of us, but it is needed to do what it's doing right now. So if you've moved beyond the 3D and the beginning stages of the 4D track, you no longer need it. You don't resonate with it. So let it go. But for those that do, it's going to seem super chaotic right now. So just know that if you're kind of finding things chaotic, that's your sure sign to radiate up and out of it. You no longer need it. How do you radiate up and out of it? You lose it. Our reality is built upon our perspective. Our perspective is built upon the information that we allow in. Be choosy about what information you allow in. If it makes you feel love, happiness, joy, hope, bring it on. If it brings you feelings of anxiety, fear, depression, worry, self-doubt, let it go, okay? That's all for the 3D kind of experience. And if you don't want to be 3D anymore, it's just not for you. Now, for those of us who are kind of radiating to mid to upper 4D scale, toe in 5, right? This is going to be a super transformational time for you as well. Don't be surprised if when you go out, things seem a little surreal to you, almost dreamlike. Don't be surprised if you try and go to sleep at night, but you can't, and you're having these sleepless nights because things keep popping up. Let me delve into that topic a little bit more. What's happening is, for many of us, and I was guilty of this too, I thought, I worked through my traumas. I don't need to do shadow work. I have everything done. Well, here's the thing. Not only do we just hold on to things psychologically, we hold on to them energetically as well. So what happens is things make an energetic imprint. Now, if the occurrence of what is happening kind of resonates within your base resonance, not too much happens as a result. So the information just kind of comes in, it kind of matches everything that's going on, and it settles in there. Now you'll get disruptions that'll kind of come up as you radiate a little bit higher, and that's what we're seeing here. So as people are beginning to vibrate, their frequency is going up and they're radiating a little bit higher than what they were. Things that occurred when they were a little bit more primarily 3D within their molecular makeup are now kind of stuck. They're lodged in there. And it's kind of creating a barrier for kind of open lines of communication energy to run within the body. So you can't have those lower dimensional feelings within a 5D experience. It's just You can't do it. That doesn't exist within 5D awareness. So you will notice, whether you want to or not, these energetic imprints that are in there are going to get dislodged. And more often than not, it's going to happen while you sleep. So imagine your being as somewhat of a pressure cooker, right? We can stuff a lot of things in there, but at some point we got to release the steam. When you sleep, you're releasing the steam. All of those traumas, all of those things that you felt you may have worked through, but maybe didn't quite energetically get out, they're going to get released then. So although uncomfortable, know that it's super healthy. And once you get all that stuff cleared out, you're going to be where you need to be. And all kinds of stuff is going to open up to you at that point. Now, as for what I said just previously to this, that's because you're not resonating within that reality anymore. So when you go out, when you go to the stores, when you see things that are kind of occurring on the global scale, and they do seem surreal to you, they do seem kind of dreamlike, it's because they are no longer resonating within your reality. Therefore, they're not your reality. So it's almost like you're peeking in to another reality that you don't really belong to anymore. And just know, again, once you acclimate to your new kind of resonance home, all of that stuff is going to ease for you. So just kind of ride the wave for right now. Everything's going to come in the way it needs to. And just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Now, for those in the 4 to 5, also within these next 3 weeks to 2 months, you're going to be experiencing, once you settle into your space, an increase in gifts, a better connection to your intuition. You are going to be the ones that are going to be able to grab onto your light. And I call you guys the light warriors, right? You're going to be able to grab onto your light, and you're going to be showing the way to those individuals that are moving up from 3 into 4. Okay, you're going to be the guidepost. You're going to be the ones that are leading by example. You're going to be the ones that are showing that people don't have to find hope, that they truly know there is hope. They know there's love. That is what your job is. So again, be open, be receptive. I know for many of us, it's starting to get cold outside, but see if you can still get outside and dig those toes in the ground, even with the sweatshirt. Feel the sun radiating down on you. There's so much that those two things have to offer you right now in the way of information, downloads, but also electromagnetic energy. Now, what does that mean? Well, electromagnetic energy kind of runs through our body. Just like we have a chakra system, we also have an electromagnetic system as well. This creates open and clear lines of communication throughout your cells. So it's super imperative that you always have a clear supply of that coming through. Take advantage of the opportunity to do that between the earth and the sun. You'll notice a benefit as a result. Now, what else did I want to talk about? Because I don't want to hold you guys up real long, but I do want to discuss 4D Truth Warriors, okay? So I've been seeing a ton of speakers, podcasts, YouTube channels, and memes talking about radiating from 5D, but then going ahead and giving you all kinds of information speaking about the atrocities, the terrible things that are occurring on the 3D scale, that sort of thing. Let me just assure you, anybody who's putting out that information for you to absorb, they're not operating on a 5D awareness. And I don't mean that in any negative way. I'm not downplaying what they're saying. All I'm saying is that group of individuals are what I've been kind of given to term 4D Truth Warriors. And their job is very important right now. Don't get me wrong. So a lot of those individuals who are putting out that information is needed within the 3D scale to kind of get those guys to energetically raise up to 4, to realize, oh, there's some stuff going on that maybe I never even realized. We need to come together. That's what 4D is all about, right? That unity consciousness coming together, coming from out of the solar plexus resonance into the heart vibration kind of dimensional platform. So that's what's occurring. 4D Truth Warriors are needed to do that. But what they're giving you is not 5D material. So just please keep that in mind. If you know intuitively that 5D is your track, do not take part in this information that is contained within the kind of stuff that the 4D Truth Warriors are putting out. And you'll know if that's the 4D Truth Warrior information. If it brings you feelings of fear, anger, disgust, even hopelessness, then you know, hey, wait a second, that's 4D Truth Warrior stuff. My path is to be on 5D, and not everybody's path is to be on 5D. But if you feel yours is, don't take part in that information. Lose that, just kind of silence those podcasts for a little bit, and they'll get where they need to be after their job is done. So many of you may be partaking in the 4D Truth Warrior kind of task right now. And for that, I say, job well done and thank you. It is hard work. And if you notice that you begin to tire or get depressed or just feel exhausted, know that that is your cue to now radiate out of that role. It's no longer needed for you to do that. And it's not a role that is meant for you to do forever, okay? It's very, very tiring and hard on you, energetically, psychologically, and physically. So be kind to yourself. If you're noticing that reaction that you're getting to the information you're putting out, that's your cue to stop, move on up to 5. That's the train calling you like, hey, let's go, hop on. This is your ride, okay? So again, if anybody has any questions within any of that, I really wanted to kind of stress that information to you, because I think people are getting a little bit confused, thinking that they're following people who are on the 5D track, but they're putting out information that is causing them these feelings of fear, anger, hate, sadness, disgust, all of those things. Let me just remind you that those feelings will never, ever exist on the 5D timeline. So just please keep that in mind. And yeah, I think that's about it. So much love to all of you. If I do get any more insights, I will absolutely share. In the meantime, everybody keep shining bright. Try and settle into your new residence home, because so many of you have moved up now, and it's exciting times. There's a lot of big things to come within those next 3 weeks into 2 months. So I am thrilled to see what we can all accomplish together. Much love to you. Have a beautiful Tuesday.